These could be the next historical dominoes to fall. When Mayor Jim Gray announced on Saturday, the day Charlottesville erupted in violence, that Lexington would take down 2 Confederate war statues here, he knew controversy would follow.
There are still different points of view in my own family about these statues. A grandmother who told us the stories of our family, our history of actually 3 great-great-uncles who fought, brothers who fought against each other at the Battle of Shiloh in Mississippi.
The U.S. Civil War ended more than 150 years ago, but here its legacy and the passions over the monuments to it linger.
At the end of the day, they lost, and ultimately it's a symbol of losers. It's not anything about historical greatness. It actually is offensive to a lot of people.
Some here told us they wanted the statues to remain, but after Charlottesville, they didn't want to say so on camera. Several are more vocal on Mayor Gray's Facebook page.
This began with the Black Lives Movement. It then started getting people thinking, well, if Black Lives matter, why are we honoring men who did not honor Black lives? You've got people who say, gosh, I grew up around this statue, it's a part of my community, why should you change it? Oh gosh, it was related to slavery? You know, I didn't get that.
Many of the statues were erected decades after the war, including this monument to Confederate General John Hunt Morgan, built in 1911, and this one to John Breckinridge from 1887. What many people here find offensive is that in addition to being a U.S. vice president and the last Confederate Secretary of War, John Breckinridge was a slave owner, and his statue stands here at Cheapside Market, which was the largest market in the region for buying and selling slaves. If the City Council and the Kentucky Military Heritage Commission agree, the statues would be moved to join monuments to Union soldiers and those from the wars in Korea and Vietnam.
We're not revising history. We're not erasing history. What we're doing is we are telling an accurate story of history. It was actually a revisionist history when these statues were erected.
If the statues come down, many here have one remaining concern.
I'm worried about the response. After Charlotte, I'm extremely worried about what kind of response and how our police are going to handle it.
If the next domino falls here, many Kentuckians hope it doesn't fall violently. John Hendren, Al Jazeera, Lexington, Kentucky.